In our latest video, we explored a freshwater lighthouse in Mount Dora, Florida, where we saw lots of wildlife and found a unique hiking spot with a hidden natural spring. Today, join us at our favorite local hiking trail in New Smyrna Beach, which is full of interesting critters.
So here we are, it's Labor Day weekend, and we love to get outdoors, and we wanted to go to some of the springs, but man, they are crazy packed.
Yesterday, if you remember from the last video, we tried to go to a spring and we got turned away and it hadn't even opened yet. So today we thought, no, we're gonna do something where there's plenty of parking and no access point.
Yeah, look at this. There is all of this parking behind us. Crazy. So here we are outside and we are at the Doris Leeper hiking trail, and that is in Spruce Creek Preserve. There's all kinds of things you can do here. You can hike, you can bike. Biking is very popular if you want to bring your bike. Horseback riding, paddling, all kinds of things.
This is the whole system of Spruce Creek Preserve trails. There's all kinds of places you can park in New Smyrna down here. There's trails, there's places you can go camping. I think we're gonna have to do that. We are parked right here. So this is the Martin's Dairy access point. We drove in here on this bumpy, sandy road, and we're taking this blue trail. Wind, wind, wind. We have a special point for us here. Wind all the way around. That's gonna be pretty. Considering that Florida is really flat, this actually has a lot of ups and downs, and we'll tell you a little bit about the history as we get going.
So it's summertime and it's about 90 degrees, so we need to get going because it is hot. Oh man, in Florida, when you're hiking, you cannot sit still very long because it's hot and the bugs start to swarm you.
Usually mosquitoes, gnats, no-see-ums, and sometimes flies.
We've actually hiked this trail many times, and it is a lot of fun when you do it more like in the wintertime. So, and that's less bugs.
Definitely. But it's good all around. Just got to be prepared with a lot of water, and I might take my buff out here in a minute and I kind of swat all the bugs away like this as I walk.
It's actually not even that big of a deal when you're on bicycles either, because you move in a little bit faster. Butterfly?
Maybe.
So on this trail, it's about 7 miles long, and in different parts, if you get kind of tired, there's a bailout. So if you look right up there, another level, you can actually just get off and it goes straight back to the parking lot, which is nice. I think I heard some bicyclists behind us, so we might have to move out of the way in a minute here.
You do have to be a little careful on this trail because a lot of the trails actually share between the bike and the pedestrians, so
they'll run you over.
They usually yell.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta be careful. The trail also gets really sandy.
This trail actually has a lot to offer. I mean, normally when you're hiking in Florida, it's like super flat. And this has like multiple layers. So we're up here almost on like a little bit of a ridge. If you look down there, there's a creek just running straight through and it's moving pretty quick.
This is new since we've been here last. It looks like a 911 location, so if you're having an emergency, you can actually call 911 and tell them exactly where you are. That's so cool. Huh. There's a snake. I'm always spotting them. It's about 5 feet long, and he doesn't look real scared, so be careful. He's a black snake. He's over there. You see his head up?
Where's it at?
He's got his head up behind that palm tree. You see him? He just moved?
Oh, I see it.
I'm just the snake queen, aren't I? That's a lot of snakes in one weekend.
How's it going? Good.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
And in case we forgot to mention it, this trail is about 7 miles long. You can take extra trails and go a little bit longer, like, I don't know, you could probably make it 10 or 11 miles, but the specific loop we're on should be about 7 miles and should take about how long to finish?
I think we've done it in like a few hours, but there's actually little side trails that you can take and make it a little bit shorter. What happened?
I was trying to swat away the flies and I hit a bee. Well, in Florida, in this time of year, it's actually tick season, and I just found one on my hand. You gotta be really careful when you're hiking around. First of all, wear really long socks. Don't go off into the side bushes. They hang off of these little bushes and things, like the little baby ones will hang off of that. So I also wouldn't stand around too long. And also, when you get home, you've got to do a tick check. Just have somebody check, usually your legs, they'll crawl up. Definitely a tick check. Yikes. Whew. Bug Central.
I know. Look at that.
It's like the, what would you call that?
Like a prairie.
Like a prairie?
So with this being a loop trail, there's actually something right in the middle. We're gonna take a break right there and have some lunch. It's kind of an overlook. Hello.
You're welcome. Tick check now that I stepped into the bush.
Yeah, we definitely have to watch out for bicyclists. They just fly through here.
That's actually a lot of fun too. We've done that.
Yeah,
But
we've biked this trail. It's nice.
we have to fix our bike tires a little bit before we do something like this, because it'd be pretty rough with all those roots on your tires.
It's also a little more peaceful when you hike this trail. It's kind of nice. You can hear the birds and, you know, actually notice what you're walking by.
And today we're thankful for a lady named Doris Leeper, for which this trail is named.
Yeah, she was a visual artist, and in the Volusia County area, she was also kind of a pioneer when it comes to conservation, which is the whole reason this place exists in the first place. So,
And all of Spruce Creek trails.
yeah, pretty awesome. So kind of honoring her by doing this hike today. Oh my gosh, you see that?
Yes.
I think we've actually made it to the halfway point. So I think that means lunch.
Lunch
Woo!
and beautiful views. Let's see, we're turning the corner. Oh, it's very
Ooh.
pretty. What is that, Spruce Creek?
Yeah, Spruce Creek, which you can
And-
kayak, you can paddleboard. There's probably some alligators, I would think.
No doubt. I don't know about paddleboarding in that because of the alligators.
There's a pretty steep path down to Spruce Creek, so we're gonna go check it out.
You want to go first?
Yeah. Wow, I see the water down there. It's just right up at the edge.
This is different than I remember.
Yeah.
I think the water level is really high.
Yeah, I definitely think the water's high because
Yeah.
if you slip down, you are gonna be in Spruce Creek.
Well, there are definitely gators in there. So,
I think so.
I don't really recommend coming down here unless You're very solid on your feet and aren't gonna fall in this water.
You know, maybe a year or two ago, we had gone hiking, got to this point, and you could actually walk down onto the beach. So maybe when it's low tide, you can walk down there. It's almost like a little bit of a shoreline.
Yeah.
But check it out. This is gorgeous.
All right, time to head back up that steep climb to get some lunch. I'm excited. This is always the best part of every trip.
We haven't had lunch yet. Oh, there goes another boat. What is that? Last time we saw jet skis. Whoa.
Speedboat.
Nice. With a dog. All right, so we got a couple snacks here. We've got kind of an inspiration from the Ocala National Forest. It's more of like a southern thing, but
If you haven't tried in Florida, you've got to try.
boiled peanuts, and they're spicy boiled peanuts.
Oh yeah.
They're so good. We made them in our pressure cooker. There's something about peanuts, when you boil them, they turn into the consistency of like beans.
Soft goodness. And I think it's one of those, you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah, and we've actually spiced them up though, so they're spicy and they're Cajun, so spicy Cajun boiled peanuts.
Most of the time, you buy these on the side of the road in Florida. Like if you're going through the Ocala National Forest, there's multiple stops. Yesterday on our way to Blue Springs, we saw them too.
It's actually not very hard. You either take raw peanuts or green peanuts. I think the green ones work a little bit better. But yeah, they are so good. But I'll put the recipe right below. But if you don't feel like making them, if you know the racetrack gas stations, they have them all the time. They're like a few bucks.
But they're really messy.
Yeah.
So bring some paper towels.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though making them yourself, because then you can do whatever kind of spice. Like maybe you want an Indian boiled peanut or just salt and pepper maybe. Yeah.
Or I've got one.
Oh yeah.
And you need a place to put the shells when you're done. And I like to drink the liquid, but I mean, it's really just really salty, but it's good.
That's so good. So to go along with our salty, we have something fresh. And recently we made apple cider. So we have leftover apples, and she actually bathed these more in like a lime juice. Oh, one more thing. This is her favorite. This is like her dessert.
I'm hungry. I want to eat.
You know, actually, I think you have those.
Oh shoot, you're right. And I hung my pack so that it wouldn't make a mess.
Right back.
I did have food. We were driving through the Orlando area, and so we found a Trader Joe's. And whenever I go to Trader Joe's, I get these. Oh my gosh, these dehydrated mangoes are the best. They're actually still kind of juicy. They're thick. They're not too hard to bite into. They don't have as many preservatives as some of the other ones have. So these are awesome.
Yeah, normally when you're hiking, I don't know, we like to bring like a trail mix and maybe even like fruit roll-ups. And I think that's more of like a fruit leather, because it's just so good. You know, imagine the really good flavor of mango, and then you dehydrate it and it just concentrates the flavor. It's just so good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's devour this food.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a really good lunch. I think we're all fueled up now.
And that's a good thing, because we have just over 3 miles back to the trailhead, and I think we're gonna book it.
I feel like a kid again, like summer nights that never end. I feel like I'm 21, so easily falling in love. I open my heart, and now I feel brand new. I feel so young, and I feel so on top of the world, and I feel so. I feel alive, and I feel so. I feel so.
Which way do we go? This is a 6-corner trail intersection. And if we take the wrong trail, we're gonna go all the way back to where we were, which we don't wanna do that. So...
That one says to power lines.
Not the one with the horses. That's another one with the horses. Oh, I think I found it. That's a horse trail. We just came from there, and that's a horse trail. That leaves this one. That's the one. Ooh, that's kind of tricky.
Feel so brand new. So brand new.
Oh, another snake. I'm jumpy today. Blah, blah, blah.
Something you do. It makes me feel brand new.
Wait, did you see that? Here, come here, look at this.
Oh my gosh. Let me take a selfie. That's so cool. We found the gnomes. I would have missed it, but you saw it.
On top of the world, and I feel so. I feel alive, and I feel so.
Just came across a bunch of like burned logs and cut down logs, and about 5 years ago, and then every 5 or 10 years or so, they do a prescribed burn in this area. So you can't hike during that time, and for a little while after, they close it down, but keeps it from, you know, having crazy wildfires in the future. Did you see that fat skink?
Oh yeah.
Did you get it, babe?
Yeah, I did. Try not to step in the brush here.
Yeah.
Brand new. So brand new.
You guys, I've just seen something I've never seen before in my life. There is a fat spider with what appears to be a lizard tail sticking out of its mouth. Like it just ate a lizard. We were starting to get a little worried. We did get a tiny bit lost, especially if you accidentally hop on an extra loop trail. It just keeps going and bugs. So I opened Google Maps, and that seems to be the best GPS tracker right now to find out where we're going. So we're gonna try and like cut through another route, another trail, which is the horse trail, and try and catch up with the trail that we were supposed to somehow get on, and I think we missed. So hoping this works, because it's starting to get a little dark.
Wow, that took a little bit longer than we expected.
We did get a little lost, but it wasn't too bad.
Planned on doing 7 miles, and we did about 8 miles because I think we threw an extra loop in at the end.
We took one of the bailout trails, and we followed our way back, straight back to the trailhead.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's definitely worth checking out. There's a lot of nice things to this trail. So we definitely enjoyed bringing you guys with us on this hike. It was a lot of fun. So if you like this video, give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
Join us on our next adventure as we go camping in St. Augustine, Florida, and take a dip in the ocean. Don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell so you'll get a notification when we post the next video.